This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On Air.
Hi, welcome to Diversity Dispatch, your local queer and rainbow podcast. Hello, hello. How are we this week? I have a very special guest, and I'm very excited to have a guest because I never have guests. Welcome to the pod, Samuel, also known as Sam in Colour in the drag scene. Yeah.
Hey, kia ora, how's it going?
See, that's what I do, and then I'm like, and no one's here to answer. Except for the Hat Man, of course, in the corner.
Yes, the Hat Man.
The Hat Man. Oh, I'm so pleased to have a guest finally. I've talked about it before, but it's so difficult just talking to myself for 26 minutes. I didn't start the timer. Let's start the timer. Oh, they closed the timer tab. Okay, what time was it when we started? 4:23. Okay, so at... quick, what's 23 plus 26? 49,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, at 49 we stop.
Okay. we are math.
We can math.
Yeah.
So yeah, you haven't been on here with the previous hosts.
No.
No, which is surprising to me because they've kind of had like a few dragsters on.
I've always just been too busy.
Yeah.
I do that thing with a day-to-day job, which kind of like stops me.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I usually start out by just like talking about it's fortnightly, so my 2 weeks, I guess. In the last 2 weeks, I have not been up to much. Have you been up to much?
I've just been working really. What? I feel like...
the rugby. The rugby happened. You like rugby?
Yes. I watched the rugby. I didn't go to see it live. But
I went to see.
Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of that. Actually, I would have. Although to be fair, the weather wasn't that great for it. But I'm just going.
Oh,
sorry, my phone just spoke to me.
That's all good. I actually need to mute my phone as well. You can see how professional we are.
Yeah. There we go.
And the thing is, I was like, as we were walking in, I was like, I need to remind him to mute his phone, and I need to mute my phone, and I didn't do either of those things.
Hey.
The weather wasn't too bad. It was bloody cold.
But
it wasn't too bad.
And how was your rugby experience? How did you find it?
So people of the pod should note that I'm not a big rugby person or a sports person in general, really. Going into it, I expected to be incredibly bored and like hating that I'd stuck it out and decided to go in the end. In the end, I didn't mind it. It wasn't bad. I did spend 20 minutes in the line to get some food because I was starving, which is expected but still not fun.
Yeah. That's the same.
And I missed because they had this thing where you can like vote what song the All Blacks come out to at the end of halftime, and I voted, but I was in line when they came out, so I didn't get to see what song they played. I voted for Pump It Up. I don't know what they played. Did they play it on the TV?
They probably did, but I would not have been able to recall what it was.
Well. But yeah, I have not been up to much. I've spent the last 3 days honestly like in a coma. This is terrible and awful, and I think it's because I was off my meds, but I would like go to sleep at like 12 or 1, and then I would sleep until midday, and then I would get up for like an hour, and then I would go back to sleep for another like 4 hours, and then I would just stay in bed the rest of the time.
Oh, so an actual coma.
Yeah. And that was yesterday and Monday. And I kind of avoided that today by getting up and taking my medication, which is probably a good thing to do when you're on medication.
Yeah, they recommend it. Apparently
it's recommended, but when you're prescribed something, you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, not being up to a lot. Been recovering from the lapse in mental health, which is something I talk about. Samuel hasn't actually listened to any of the episodes, I don't think. Have you?
Not many, no.
No. There was that one that I started playing, but then I got embarrassed hearing my own voice and stopped.
Yeah. I did listen to the one with you on the True podcast, and I was I listened to the one with you on the True podcast, but with the other drag queens.
Right. Oh, I actually haven't listened to the episode.
Yeah. But the thing is, I did it a couple of years ago, or whenever the first one was. And I had
we were
to
doing the math on the pod, like how long ago it was.
And I had to stop listening to it myself because I can't hear my voice. I'm sorry. This was just too bad. So when I was glad that On the first one.
On the first one, right.
And then I was like, I'm glad that I can listen through the entirety of the second one because I'm like...
You can stand to hear other people's voices.
Yeah, because I know your voices, so I'm like, yeah.
How was that? Was the episode good? I haven't listened to it, so I don't know if they, like... I think it was getting pretty close at the end, so I don't know if they ended up cutting anything out.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what was in the full thing anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, true.
It sounded right.
Because you were, like, hesitantly going to come, and then you ended up working.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yay.
But you're here.
Yay, I'm here.
You're here. I'm very pleased to have you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was thinking, because I was talking with you about this a few weeks ago, and it was like, you like to have a structure, and I sort of go into every episode with no plan whatsoever.
I like structure, but also I hate structure.
So I came up with a topic, but it's a very, very broad topic.
Okay.
But I know it's one that you can talk about for ages. I thought, let's talk about music.
Okay.
Because I saw that thing on your story today, and you sent it to me, the clip with the the song and your recording.
Yes.
So let's talk about music and stuff.
Okay.
Because you like music, and I like music.
Okay. So is there any specific part of music that you want to talk about?
No.
Or should we talk about the clip that I put on?
Yes, if you're comfortable talking about that.
Well, that was a little sneak peek.
Okay.
Because Salmon Colour died.
Yes.
And so he might be reborn.
Do you want to talk about your hiatus a little, if you would like?
Well, there was that's pretty much it. Salmon Colour died and took a hiatus and said that he was never coming back. And then...
But, like, I don't think did you, like, formally announce it or anything?
I did on Instagram. I just put a post, and I did my last show, the Britney Spears one.
Yeah, I must have missed the post.
And then I said, oh, yeah, it's been a great 10 years, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, vaguely remember something like that.
Yeah.
But also, like, Australis knew you were taking a hiatus, like, a while before you actually started it, so...
Yeah.
It's all a blur.
Yeah. No one formally announced it at any of the shows that I did.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah, there was an Instagram post, and that's about the extent of it.
But you're looking at rebirthing Salmon Colour?
Oh, God, rebirthing. That just sounds... I don't know why that just sounds wrong in my head.
Do you not like the word birthing?
I don't know, rebirthing kind of sounds...
Rebirthing?
I know, it just sounds... It's the rebirth thing. If it was just rebirth.
Right.
Never mind.
But it's grammatically correct.
I know it is, yes.
You also like etymology, not entomology. Entomology is insects. Etymology.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Bada bing. Surely that's the... Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's rewind it. Yeah, no, Salmon kind of took a hiatus at the start of the year because he got sad and didn't want to exist anymore. And then Salmon Colour is slowly colouring himself back in.
I'm very happy to hear that. We were saying it the whole time, like, no, not Salmon Colour, we want him to come back.
But he's going to be a bit different this time, I think.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Change is a part of life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get, like, serious on the pod and I, like, try to imbue life lessons into it. And I don't know, last time I got really annoyed because I told you about the time I went to the doctor in the hospital and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I was still really annoyed about that, so I ended up talking about that for like 10 minutes in the episode last time because I was annoyed about it and I was upset. But it was like that episode's life lesson was like, learn to take disappointment. I don't know.
And next week with cognitive behavioural therapy.
Okay, do you even know the name of the pod?
I'm pretty sure you said it out loud before, but I've forgotten it.
And also it was in the clip that I played at the start
that's what
to
I'm
start
saying.
the episode.
Yeah. Don't embarrass me like this on air.
Do we need like a safe word so you can subtly tell me when you're uncomfortable with a topic?
Look, honestly, this is okay. This is fine.
Because I tease you all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I don't tease you back.
Oh, you don't?
No. Well, no. Okay, that's sorry. Okay. No, that's...
You actually, I think you tease me more than I tease
true.
you, and
That's
then I got
true.
upset about it, and you stopped doing it as much.
Yeah, I felt bad because I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to tease you to be mean. I just thought
I know.
Cute and endearing. I was like, oh, okay, I understand. You have got your boundaries, and so I tried to respect that.
I don't think I actually said anything. I just got butthurt about it. It's not that big a deal. It's just in the moment when you are embarrassed over something and then someone's like prodding at that embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like looking back on it, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't that big a deal, but it's like,
I understand. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We all know. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually when the conversation or my words lull, I will pull up like this one website that has like a bunch of conversation prompts on it. And I always spend far too long pulling that up on my phone, and I have to like fill in the silence.
I'm trying to...
Music.
Music, yes.
Music.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your favorite song at the moment?
At the moment, I am... this is PG, so I have to...
Oh, is it the Marina
Yes.
song? Okay, you can say it in context.
So...
The song title it's Cantissima?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the song title. We're allowed to say that.
But also, I've also come across another one that came out like ages ago, and it's absolutely terrible trash. And it's by this, like, I'm pretty sure no one else, I don't know how I came across this artist in my Spotify. It was like recommended for you. And I'm pretty sure like he has like 10 listeners or something like that, because he's not a big pop artist whatsoever.
Should we shout them out on the pod?
His name is Blue Franklin.
Franklin. You keep talking. I'm going to look him up.
And yeah, at the moment I'm just vibing with Dance Slut. Yeah.
Blue Franklin, you said?
Yeah.
Let's stalk them a wee bit.
But yeah, so those are the vibes at the moment. I've just always been a big fan of Marina anyway.
What sort of genre is Blue Franklin?
Oh, it's like really trashy gay pop. Like, it's kind of stuff. It's just... It's not... yeah.
It makes me think of, like, just scrolling through the song titles and everything. What was his name? He did Person in the Mirror. Nathan Apollo.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. Another song that I'm really into at the moment is...
I think it was Nathan Apollo.
Creme Brulee.
I'm so sick of you playing that song.
Why? I love it.
It's like the first 10 seconds are good, and then it's just the same thing over and over again.
And you will not like Blue Franklin.
Oh, okay. I've been very into Lady Gaga and Kasha recently.
Yeah. Oh, Kasha is back. I'm so living for this.
Kasha's back. I've been listening to Mayhem and Period a lot. Highlights. I don't have a highlight from Period, but from Mayhem, my favorite is probably got to be Zombie Boy. I very like that song.
Yeah. I haven't been really jamming a lot of that.
I've made you listen to it.
I know, but I haven't stuck it in my head.
But yeah, so music.
We can carry on just like evolving from the thing. We don't have to keep resorting back to the start.
No,
of
it's
music.
because I don't know where to go from there. So
Well, yeah. Well, we could just talk more about like Kasha and Gaga in general.
Yeah.
That.
I've decided that Gaga's like my diva.
Yeah.
I've decided.
Yeah.
And if we ever do another diva tribute show, I want to do Gaga. And this is on record now because the pod is listening. So if anyone snipes Gaga before I can, I will pull up the receipts and say I
Claimed it.
I dibsed it.
Yeah. Shotgun.
I dibsed Gaga. Because I have the people on the pod don't know, I have a skeleton that I keep in my car.
Not a real skeleton, by the way, people.
Oh, don't say that. You're ruining the mystique.
Okay, it's a real skeleton.
It's but her name is Marjorie. But I need to find the actual full performance. But I saw a clip of Gaga performing with a plastic skeleton, like dancing with it. And if I ever do Gaga, I need to emulate that.
Yeah.
And dance with Marjorie.
And at the same time, you could do the makeup from Born This Way, where she did the full skeleton. But then you might have to do a makeup change during the show, which would be difficult to pull it off.
Okay, because what's the
Actually, that
look?
reminds me. Then you could actually do... No, actually, that's another idea. Because then you could do a makeup change mid-show, but she does a live performance of Applause. And during the live performance of one of Applause, she puts on the coloured face makeup from the album cover.
Oh, I'm just looking at the makeup now.
So if you did Born This Way and you had the skeleton look, you could then do Applause and wipe the Applause makeup on, and that could be your makeup change. You could do like mid-performance.
Or because, I'm pretty quick. I think I could even just do it in the intermission. Like, if we had like an extended intermission, so 20 minutes rather than 10 or 15.
Yeah, or if you went at the start of the first act and then like later on in the second act or something. Yeah,
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm quick. Did I you were there when we did the Extra Dimensional show. And that dress that I was wearing that night, I'd made it in 20 minutes that morning with, I think it was like 6 safety pins and a bed sheet and some spray paint. And that will be my humble brag for the episode.
Yeah. See, I do not think I would not have been able to cope with that much pressure. I would have wanted to make sure I had my costume sorted much before the day.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I did have a dress sorted.
Yeah.
But I made the stupidest mistake. I didn't try it on beforehand. But it looked massive. So I was like, oh, it's going to fit. I'm going to have to belt it in probably. And then that morning, I'm like, I'll just try it on quickly, so that if it doesn't fit, then I have a little more time to sort something out. It didn't fit. In fact, it ripped when I tried to put it on.
Oh, dear. Literal RIP rip.
Yeah. So I did have an outfit planned, and it was really cool. It's like that shiny silver quilted fabric.
Oh, yeah.
I still have it at home. Maybe I'll turn it into something. I could probably salvage the skirt or something. But it was so cool and sci-fi. It would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time.
We have, because that was volume 2 of Extra Dimensional.
Yeah.
So there's got to be another one at some point.
Yeah, surely.
Surely. We can make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, Sam and Colour won't be part of it because he is still dead.
For now. He's doing his rebirthing.
Baby, I was born this way.
Have you ever had any terrifying costume malfunctions either right before or during a show?
During a show, I had a corset on one time, and the plan was that I was just going to...
Have I seen you in a corset?
I just a really silly one, not very good quality one. But this was it was a proper corset, but it was
like a zip up in the side.
Yeah, rather. But it was really nice quality and proper bows and everything like that. Cute. And the plan was that I was going to unzip it and then throw it away, and have my suit underneath. But the zip got caught as I was literally, and I was like, oh no. And I was had 2 seconds to think of what am I going to do, because everyone could tell it's going wrong. And so I literally just heaved and ripped it apart and threw it away, because that was all I could do. The zip was literally stuck. I couldn't even pull it back up to try and get it untangled. No. So it was stuck. And I was like, here we go. Sam's using his strength. Gone. Yeah. Done.
Did you feel super mask though?
No, because I was dancing very with a lot of feminine energy,
right?
And it was to Britney Spears, and I was wearing high heels, and
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I anytime I do a stereotypical masculine act, I just feel so buff macho man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I've had with a costume dilemma.
There was one a few months ago that I was performing at Inch Bar, and I had this dress that tied up at the back of the neck, and I had planned that I was going to untie it and flip it down because it was pretty loose in the body. So I practiced it and it was fine. And then at the last minute, Anne encouraged me to belt it so that it had a bit more shape, which is a good idea. But when I was on stage, I forgot that the belt was on, so I went to flip it down. And it's it's actually being held on by the belt.
Oh, no.
So I had to shimmy it down from under the belt. I managed to get it off.
Oh, dear.
So I kind of saved it, but it was a little clunky.
Yeah. I like the moments when you're performing and you know what you're supposed to be doing and you mess it up. And you do it, but you manage to save yourself so well that no one notices. And I get off the stage and and someone's like, "Oh, that you did so well. That was so much fun." And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, this happened at this chorus. And this almost fell over and this ripped." And I was just and I was like, "What? I didn't see that." I'm like, "Oh, thank goodness."
There was one time my shoe broke on stage.
Oh no!
I think you must have been there because
I think that's happened to me as well. But I think I was there for that.
Yeah, because I was dancing and it went ping. And I was like, oh, I hope that buckle didn't end up in someone's eye.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of another costume malfunction actually. I had those little hand finger lights that I have.
Oh, yes, the fingertip lights.
Yeah. One time I was performing...
Ring lights.
Yes, but they were tacked on really... The ring wasn't very good, and one of the rubber band ring thing broke, and it literally pinged off and hit a person in the face. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, dear.
It was many, many years ago. And after that, ever since then, I've made sure that they are tied in properly.
Yeah. So, wait, what was the rubber part? Because I'm imagining like a loom band or something.
Yeah, so basically that's what... Because the lights are just those cheap things that you get from the store. So the lights themselves, they're held together. They're just little squares, but the ring part of it is a rubber band, basically, that slides in, and it wasn't very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be just like a cheap, tacky toy that you'd wear to a music festival or something like that. But yeah.
I got some little... I've been calling them nail rings, but I'm not entirely sure what they're called. But they're like little loops that go around your fingertip, and then they have a little loop that you can glue a fake nail to.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good for me because some of my nails are screwed up.
Yeah.
Because I have nail psoriasis, so like can't really put nails on those. And like I can paint my nails, but it's annoying. And I have to keep my nails short, so it just looks a bit funny. But I got these nail rings, and I got these long acrylic nails, and I'm very excited to try them out on stage. Because I won't have to worry about them like pinging off either because the ring will be on my hand.
Yeah.
Looking forward to trying those out.
Much excited.
I got like a mix of red and green nails, which is very cherry. I can't remember if I went majority red or majority green though. But I did the finger bangers with the different colours on each hand. Yeah. So I have been asked by someone has finally contacted Diversity Dispatch for a shout out. So I'm going to pull that out because it's advertising another event. So it's not really, but you know,
it's called Diversity Dispatch.
Diversity.dispatch at Instagram, at Diversity Dispatch on Instagram. Sorry. Okay. So I'm advertising the Potato Fest.
Ooh.
Okay, I have to read out the poster, but the poster is very maximalist, and I'm struggling to figure out.
Potato Fest this Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. at
Yours.
Yes.
The
it's a
place.
potluck and a dinner. Bring a potato-based plate from 5 p.m. The after party, Sewage Bunchies, Big Score, DJ Elena, and more. R18 tickets available over the counter at yours at 9 p.m. R18, what?
So I can tell you about this because I know about this.
Yeah, I've just seen that you're in it. What?
Shh. That's what I said. Maybe salmon colour.
Okay, I was instructed to read out what was said and to make sure that people...
I also forgot to tell Anne not to say that I was going to be billed as performing. I don't care.
Sorry.
I don't care. So this weekend is Potato Fest. It's at yours on Murray Place. Murray, Muzzer.
I say Moray.
Yeah, I keep saying it differently. It's probably just my accent, to be honest.
I'm just wondering how it's supposed to be pronounced.
I thought it was like Moray.
That's what I thought it was.
Murray Place? Moray Place?
I don't know. Anytime there's like a conflict over pronunciation, I'm never bothered about what the person is saying. I'm just trying to figure out which way is right.
Yeah. And then I start to question myself because I'm like, I don't know either now.
Tickets to the after party are $15 to $40 sliding scale. The after party features kerosene, salmon colour, and anarchy. Okay, go.
And that's pretty much it.
That's it?
Yeah. So, during the day, and it's at yours on Moray Place, and
the after party's at 9.
Yes.
Methinks.
Well, that's quite late.
It's on Saturday.
Yeah.
You don't have work Sunday.
No.
I have work Sunday.
But I also did tell my friend that I was going to hang out with him.
Oh. What time?
Doesn't matter. I'll have that conversation with him off mic.
Well, with that, I think we can sort of come to a close for the episode. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to follow diversity.dispatch on Instagram. Feel free to DM if you want something talked about or want to advertise something locally. Samuel, would you like to say anything? Plug anything?
No, but if you...
Follow Salmon Colour on Instagram.
Yeah, I guess so. Or Samuel N. White, which is my photography stuff.
Oh, I thought that was like your personal account.
Well, it's my personal photography, whatever.
Like both?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we will see you guys in a couple weeks. Don't forget to check out Potato Fest at yours on Murray Place.
This weekend.
This Saturday.
Oh, and on Friday we've got Frida Ball's one-woman show as well.
Right. That's at yours at 8?
I think so, yeah. That's the usual start time. Yeah.
I think it's 8. I don't know.
7:30, doors open.
Yeah, go see Frida Balls at yours on Friday as well.
Yeah.
That's their name. All right, see you in a couple weeks. Goodbye. Thanks for listening. Diversity Dispatch is a fortnightly show aired Thursdays at 5 p.m. Tune in next time on oar.org.nz or wherever you listen to your podcasts for more queer and diverse content. Over and out.
This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On the Air.